Здорово. Даньків продовжує проходити Fallout Новий Вегас. Реклама Саспаріле. Найпопулярніший алкогольний напій на заході. Зроблений з чистого цукру. Що значить кейн? Ну, імбірне пивко, короче. Но я, звісно ж, в першу чергу хочу не показати плакат, а поговорити з цим дуже цікавим мужиком.
Howdy, little lady. My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting. Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left. That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home. It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive. And I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find. Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea. Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh? Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Oh, this old thing? Why, thanks, friend. This here guitar is just about the only thing my daddy left me. Just about my whole life, ever since my daddy left Ma and me and went off to roam the wastes. Oh, this... Long time ago now. I never even knew him. Ma always said he was a mysterious fella, always traveling on in secret.
Ну, звісно, ми поможемо мужику знайти роботу. Я навіть знаю де, но... Ти туди ще, ой, як довго. Да, не... Місце, де я маю перехопити великих ханів, Боулдер Сіті, досить близько. Ну, не спішіть радуватися. На відміну від 4-го Fallout або Скайріма, або Облівіона, тут путешествувати по скалах досить важко. Я ж здивувався. Обично на таких краях скал, по суті, невидимі стіни і проскочити... Ой, як хреново. Я пам'ятаю, тут зараз, по суті, невелика битва. НКР проти великих ханів. Бун... Або робот... Ні, тут скоріше робот з лазером. Вбив оцього Рад Скорпіона. Ух ти.
A customer. Not many people come into Boulder City these days. Most of the town is rubble, destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam. And the only other thing around here is the concrete mixing yard. The NCR has been constructing bunkers up and down the river. From what I've heard, it's a little late for that. Travelers over at the 188, just up the road, said that the Legion has overrun a couple of towns to the south. Most of the limestone comes from Quarry Junction out west, but I hear some death claws overran the quarry. With no work to be had, all the workers around here have wandered off. I'm the only one left in town.
Ух ти. Тепер прокачаємо навик виживання до 30-ки. І науку трохи.
Hello.
Меморіал солдатам, які загинули в битві за дамбу Гувера. З перечнем загиблих. Бідняги.
You here to pay your respects too? It commemorates the Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City and blew the whole town up. The NCR still lost a bunch of troops in the fighting, though. My older brother sacrificed himself so they could evacuate some of the wounded. Don't worry about it. Camp McCarran, but I'm on leave at the moment, heading back to California to see my folks. I'm supposed to join up with a caravan that's heading that way up at the 188, but they're not due to arrive for a while yet. Bye.
Признаюсь, раніше я в оцей бар не заходив.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved. One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the great cons. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the cons into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The cons have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages. Once the great cons have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you. Normally I'd turn you down since I have no idea who you are. But considering that the hostages are as good as dead when we attack... Alright. I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the great cons. Their leader is a man named Jessup. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in. But it'll probably be too late for you. Good luck.
Ну що, поговоримо з тими великими ханами. Крайне опасна банда. Солдати тут засіли, а хани засіли в розвалюсі. От вони.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead. Yeah, about that. Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me. What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt. I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him. Yeah? On what? He's one of the chairmen, big shots that run the Tops Casino in New Vegas. A friend from the city contacted me with info on a big job. I should have known that the caps were too good to be true, but there was still no way I could pass up the chance. It's just a big fancy poker chip as far as I know. Don't know why anyone would make one out of platinum, though. He's a snake, that's why. He owed us the rest of the pay for the job, so maybe he didn't want to pay up. Fine.
Хорошо. Пішли. Молодці, відпустили солдатів. Хани, як і всі бандюки, рідкі сволочі, но в них є Но вони хоча б не доходять до тотального безпреділа. Це не просто рейдери, які кидаються на всіх подряд.
I'm glad you're able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not. My hands are tied. I can't go against orders, can I? You're right. The Great Khans are free to go. I really don't have time to chatter right now. Shoot. It's one of the biggest sources of electrical power in the region, so the NCR's fortified the place pretty heavily. When President Kimball shows up on his inspection tour, I'm sure he'll be confident that the dam's safe and secure. Destroyed during the Battle of Hoover Dam a couple years ago, the town was set up as a trap for Caesar's Legion. The sharpshooters and the Rangers picked off the Legion's veterans from a distance, and the rest of the Legion just rushed on in. And boom. Camp McCarran is the headquarters for the NCR military in this region. It occupies the old airport next to New Vegas. It's probably just a political thing. You know, give a few speeches, shake hands with the troops, boost morale. They're an outlaw group primarily trafficking in drugs and other contraband. They usually stay out of NCR territory, though. All right?
Thanks for the rescue.
Man, I thought I was dead for sure.
Beats going up against the Legion.
Beats going up against the Legion.
Ну що ж, а що хани скажуть?
Still got a bit of a walk ahead of us.
Ну, хани не багатословні. Варто отметить. Вони жорсткі. Як і ординці, під яких вони косять. Ху-ху, ё-моё, куда мені херачить аж треба. Мені треба хреначити аж на стріп Нового Вегаса. Стріп це... Новий Вегас ділиться на 3 райони. Стріп. Так сказати, центральний район. Самий блатний. На стріпі знаходиться кілька казино. Да, тут ще є, да, тут є повністю працюючі казино. Правда, вони контролюються, по суті, мафіозними групіровками. Ви потім все поймете. Я не можу жорстко спойлерити. По-друге, далі йде Фрісайд. Це такий середній, не, так сказати, не вполне благополучний район, який контролюється бандою королів, які косять під, як вони вважають, древнього бога. Вони типа знайшли храм древнього бога, якого називали королем. Спойлер, вони знайшли клуб, посвящений Елвісу Преслі. Яке красиве озеро. Правда, мене озера лякають. Таке велике озеро мене лякають після проходження 4-го обітеля зла. Я дуже надіюсь, що ви мене зрозумієте. Все-таки в 4-му різяку було... просто не... О! Це мені треба. Угу. Як би вам сказати? А, після 4-го різяка з цією гігантською саламандрою таке мене пугає. Да, можна варганити домашню єдірку і домашню Сансет Саспаріллу. Оце я почесно... Коли я грав...
Fancy meeting you here, friend. Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all. Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me. Yep. This is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk. Fancy Pants? No, I ain't seen hiding a hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though.
Короче. Що ж я хотів? Віктор мене збив, блін. Що ж я хотів розказати? Ну-ка. А, і ми зупинилися на Новому Вегасі. Ну, а самий... Ну і ще зовні є Вестсайд. Не знаю, є... Ну і ще з одного боку є Вестсайд. Ні, Вестсайд таке благополучніше Фрісайда. В Фрісайді повно бандюків. Банда королів, ну просто не то, щоб банда в кримінальному смислі також. О, ще одна бутилочка. А скоріше банда в тому смислі, що косять під крутих, як от такі стіляги. Но порядок, но оружие в них є і порядок вони стараються тримати. Їхній главарь називається королем. А от весь сайт поблагополучніше, там живуть... Там фермери собі кооперативчик зробили. Вот що я скачав, кстати. Трохи розгрузився. Ну ви самі все побачите. Я просто ввожу вас, так сказати, в курс справи, щоб... Час... Ну... Щоб у вас питань не виникло зразу. Я все, звісно, заспойлерити не можу. Так, більше компонентів всіх не... І так, немає. Рейнджер? Ти що тут робиш?
Glad you're with us.
Дякую, братан. Опа! Лагерь НКР.
This is a military outpost. Why are you here? Have you ever heard the story of the bomber that crashed into the lake before the war? Supposedly it's mostly intact, even after all that time.
Цілий через 200 років під водою? А як же... Всякі там пошкодження, окислення.
For about 10 years now. Toughest training I've ever done, and was the proudest day of my life when I got my Ranger badge. Did you know that the first battle at Hoover Dam was won because of the Rangers? Legion had the numbers, but we had the skill.
Согласен. Це, по суті, була битва коп'я і снайперки. Вони зі своїм рукопашним оружієм, метательними коп'ями вам з професійним снайпером нічого не могли
Ranger Station Alpha
противопоставити.
used to be the frontline outpost for NCR. When we moved on to the dam, this station has fallen into more a support role.
На пості є обов'язково рейнджер, який ним командує, парочка солдатів, які йому допомагають, і зв'язіст, який приймає прикази. А ти що скажеш, мужик?
This post isn't some... Just the usual. Legion scouts try to slip across the river a couple of times a week, but they always end up floating downriver with holes in their heads.
Молодці.
Ranger Station Alpha. Ranger Lineholm is in command here. I'm not really much of a historian. The short version is that the Rangers are the elite of the NCR military. Best fighters in the wasteland. Don't get killed.
Ну, добре. На пост ми ще вернемося. НКР потрібно, щоб ти був сильним. Не їж радіоактивну їжу. Скажи своєму медичному офіцеру, якщо ти знайшов небезпечну їду. О, блін, мені щось... Сон треба підкачати, да? Та бачна жвачка. Ладно. Путешествие в Новий Вегас, блін, все-таки це ж далеко. Оставлю за кадром. Раз я сильно вкачав науку, я вернувся на Геліос 1. Ну, ту саму сонячну електростанцію. Тепер повищимо науку. Зламаємо термінал Destruction. Ого. Цього разу Destruction, ну, руйнування, спрацювало. Учить систему безпеки Архімед. Ой-ой. Якщо я його включу, космічний спутник так направить сюди енергію, що вона повбиває всіх солдатів НКР біля батарей. А решта... Тупо. А решта покинуть станцію, яка вже стане безполезною, і її займе Легіон. Причому, що цікаво, легіонери самі признають, що їм ця станція нафіг не потрібна. Вони то нікому давати електрику не збираються і так. Просто, по-перше, ну, використати як форт, а по-друге, подосрати НКР. Якій ця станція була позаріз потрібна. Ну, а тепер буде головне, так сказати, питання. Куди направити енергію? Бляха-муха. От що називається, не туди заскочив, сука. Тобто і тут вскрити не вийде. Пока. Такс. Тепер головне питання, куди розподілити енергію. Так, з 3 варіанти. Як просив той вчений по прозвищу Фантастик, воєнна база Маккарон, колишній аеропорт, і стріп Нового Вегаса, Фрімонт і Вестсайд. Тепер Фрісайд називається. Весь регіон. Спутник Архімед 2. Якщо я направлю на Архімеда, то у Вестсайді можна знайти одне устройство на вигляд як ігрушка, але насправді це штука для наведення. Для наведення лазера, і можна буде наносити орбітальні удари. Но з іншого боку. Або забезпечити електрикою рівномірно всю пустош. Якщо ж я виберу цей варіант, станція вийде із строя від перегрузки. І НКР її покине. Ого. Щитну систему. Хорошо. Якби мені не... Я так і минулого разу, до речі, не знав, як це зробити. І я, чесно кажучи, так і не використав орбітальний удар. Ні разу. Но, блін. Лучше я забезпечу пустош електрикою, ніж буду використовувати таку штуку. Кстати, я читав про орбітальні удари, вони не є такими аж ультрамощними. Плюс спутник перезаряджається цілу добу, так що раз на добу можна буде тільки влетіти. А, понятно. Значить, треба почекати до 9 ранку. Тепер готуйтесь. Як же засвітило, правда? Тепер лишилося тільки поговорити. З тими всіма вченими. Ну і що наші вчені скажуть?
Yo. Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt. But you know, you do that. Maybe I put in a...
What can I help you with? I'm a visiting
Похоже, нічого сказати про це не можна. Я рівномірно розподілив енергію, все тепер в порядку. Що ж, відправимося далі путешествувати. По дорозі до Нового Вегаса я побачив здалека оцю шикарну будівлю. Якщо я не помиляюсь, колись це був типу санаторій чи що. Табір гольф. База рейнджерів. Пройти мимо такого крутого місця я просто не міг.
Oh, hell. What is it now? I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. They've gotten soft with no action. Mostly drill the troops, try to keep the discipline up and combat readiness high. It's not the easiest job in the world. Soldiers without a mission get bored very easily. Still, With the Legion just across the river, we have to be ready. Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter. You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure. Man, it's my life. I joined up when I was 16. I don't know how to do anything else. Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join up to drive a desk.
Будто би всі офіцери обов'язково стають штабістами. Скажу як історик, дохреніще генералів лічно участвували в боях і всю кар'єру, ну, мається на увазі на момент війн, провели конкретно в бою, а не на жопі в штабі.
Yeah, whatever.
Хоча ж, з іншого боку, штабісти теж потрібні. Так що нефіг з них насміхатися. Виживання, дайджест програміста. Короче, обучалка.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about it.
Еда. Столовка.
Hello. Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Assignment here is a career ender. Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching radroaches to march in formation. Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. Shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though. Okay, I'll be here if you come to your senses.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you? In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. I suppose if you must stick with your narrow, parochial view of in charge, then yes, it's a no. Are we done? It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war. To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need. That seems highly illogical. What reason would he have for doing that? This is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension. Your insults are both unhelpful and unwanted. I'll thank you to keep them to yourself. And what do you propose? An intriguing proposition. Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. If you hack the system, you could alter our records. Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work. If such is your goal, you should look elsewhere. As you wish. I'm sure the optimal solution will become apparent to you in time.
Я не собираюся підробляти ваші, так сказати, оцінки. Якщо з вас хренові солдати, я не збираюсь строїти вам репутацію Рембо. Вас же повбивають. Пошлють вас на платне задання.
Howdy, great to
Вас
see you.
шльопнуть.
They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life. Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas. Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so as my sisters could eat and so as we wouldn't all be killed by raiders and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
Ти похожий на велику дитину.
Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness. That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen. Okay.
I wish I had a first recall.
Гаразд, що
What you want,
скаже?
Holmes? Like I said, you get the juice, we'll cut loose. My man Jack at Red Rock Canyon got the goods. But listen, once you get folks dosed on Psycho, ain't a lot of room for much else. So if you got any other plans for bulking up the Misfits crew, might want to see about them first. Whatever. We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. While Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Shit, maybe you're right. Guess I ought to give him a shot. Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up to get out. My family's still back there. What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical. Shit, honey, it was this or the Fiends. And Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side. Right.
Con guy looking after me.
Черті. Черті це. Банда рейдерів. Їх називають чортами, бо вони носять коров'ячі черепи на голову. Ну, рогаті. От і чорти.
You've done an excellent job ingratiating yourself to the top brass. I assume this is some sort of stratagem?
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and explosive handling improvements. Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed. Yeah. You really think so? Hell, I guess it's worth a shot.
You've done an If you... Company... So... Genius is seldom appreciated in its own time.
Ну тут я з ним згоден.
You're trying to appeal to my ego. I must admit it's an effective tactic. All right, I'll help. But only because I want to see if it's even possible.
Howdy, great to see you. Boy, the squad sure is working together a lot better now. I think we're gonna be A-okay. Toodaloo.
Не, ну Мекс тоже права, как бы. Вміння стріляти це теж полезна штука. Хоча по-справжньому стріляти мало хто способен. Це, так сказати, генетичне. Ну, звісно, будь-хто може нажати на спуск, але по-справжньому мастерськи стріляти одиниці. От чого снайперів относительно мало. Точніше, їх взагалі дуже мало. Що наш блатний сержант скаже?
Well, their test scores are only marginally improved, but I'm hearing good things about the Misfits' teamwork.
Почекайте, а якщо я вернуся до Мекс і ще поговорю насчет стрільбища.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
The squad really seems to be working.
І зайдемо ще всередину. Вон там лагер рейнджерів. Конкретно.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
We can monitor Ranger activity all through the region with assistance here.
Ну, тепер це не курортний готель, звісно. Скільки ж тут рейнджерів? Ну і продуктів. Кварцева ядеркола. Хто грав в четвертий Fallout, той знає. Регіональний бренд, який випускався на заході. Тут вона дає способність бачити в темноті. Тимчасово, звісно. А опять проблеми з сном. Ну ладно. Закинусь ядеркою, тимчасово пройде. Цю штуку можна получити. Ну тут, походу, просто склад. Знайомтесь, от і містер Хаус, про якого нам раніше згадували. Камін. А вам повезло розквартируватися в шикарному готельчику, а? Ладно, годинку поспимо, щоб догнатись. Ну, не треба було тратити і ядерку. Може, камін розпалиш ти? О, тут когось завал. Уборка б не зашкодила. Ну, стоп. Раз кришку можна взяти, то й добре. Ну, блін, тут я, походу, нічого вже такого цікавого вже не зустрів. Ну, саме посіщення лагеря цікаве, а головне поміг цим солдатам. О, що? Ну, в общем-то, я вже довго йду. І стільки і насищені події. На цьому поки будемо завершувати. Дякую за увагу. Пока!